believe you did that. I'm so proud of you.
And it's my first time standing on it.
Your first time?
Yes.
Wow.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Lake Powell. We are out here on the lake this morning, and just from a Thursday to a Friday, there are so many more boats today. We are going through the channel, and Justin said it was the choppiest he's ever seen it.
Guys,
and we're
I felt like George Clooney in The Perfect Storm.
And he said to my parents, don't let this fool you, Lake Powell is not always this crazy. So we got through the crazy channel and we stopped off at a beautiful little beach, and Ava is getting her wish.
She's been begging.
All she ever wants to do is play with the sand toys on the beach. All right, the three boys are in heaven back here because Papa brought not only his fishing pole, but his tackle box, which is unlike anything we've ever had at our house.
It sure is. It's really nice.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're so weird.
I love my fishing box.
Here's Johnny.
Please don't touch it.
You're such a dork. Honestly, look at this. It fans out into like 6 different sections. Turin loves to fish, Hunter.
Love it.
Either searching for lizards or fishing this guy.
Yes, you know what's amazing about having in-laws here? Built-in babysitters. Lizzie and I just sat on the beach and we just laid out. Ava
and Landon are building a sand castle with Grandma, and Ashton and Turin are fishing with Papa. So we're just relaxing and it's kind of amazing.
We're just chilling. Let's go see what they build over here. Ava says she's recreating Lake Powell. Let's see what that looks like.
Look around. Can you believe this? No, I can't.
You wanna go show me, Ava? Okay, so this is the recreation of Lake Powell, huh?
Yes.
Are these the walls? The canyon walls?
These are the that. These are like the sand stuff.
Okay. All right, guys, if you're hearing an echo, sound reverberating off the ceilings, it's because this is the spot that I went just a couple weeks ago with some buddies. So I had to bring the family out here to check this out. This is one of the coolest spots in Lake Powell. In fact, check this out. We're inside this cavern. I want to show you the ceiling, but also just the view from where we're at.
We stopped off at a place called Dangling Marina, home of the $200 ice cream cone. Just teasing, kind of. So it's a marina that's in the middle of Lake Powell for people that are traveling a long distance and need a place to fill up with gas so that they can make it back. And it's just this floating marina. In fact, the people who work here live just over the hill right there. You can only access this marina by boat. You cannot access it by land. So when they come bring gas out here, they bring it by boat. They also have a little shop where you can get ice cream and slushies. And since it's so expensive to get gas out here, naturally, with it being in the middle of nowhere, we tease that it's the $200 ice cream cone that we drive all the way out here to get a $200 soft serve ice cream cone. But actually our gas tank is doing really well today. We don't need any gas. So today it's not gonna be $200, lucky us. I'm obviously teasing. It's all about the experience of coming out here and getting an ice cream cone in the middle of nowhere. All right, the bad news is that the soft serve snack shack is closed for the season, but the good news is...
The good news is we have our health, and we have our happiness,
we
have our love.
No, the good news is that
And we have ice cream.
The store is still open. I was a little worried that because of COVID they would close the whole thing down, but they didn't. They still required masks.
Which we brought.
We got some treats. Thanks to Papa and Grandma.
We got some treats.
Papa and Grandma treated us to some Haagen-Dazs and some, what are these over here? Coconut and lemon bars. Little Mickey Mouse ice cream treat.
Mine was Mickey Mouse, but I ate it.
Drumstick. Yummy.
dinosaur, but it's
is so amazing about this canyon. Oh, you're right, Mary. That's a huge dinosaur paw right there.
Yeah.
Is look, if you look down into the water, you actually can see the reflection of all of the sandstone walls around you. It's a little bit ripply right now, so it's tough to see, but that's what makes this canyon so special.
This is called Twilight Canyon. I've got Papa and Grandma up here in the front because I wanted them to get the full effect. First timers over here. Found that beautiful arch up there. Everyone's jumping out to climb up to the top. Are at the top, underneath an arch, surrounded by water on both sides. So this side looks like this.
We're right here.
Other side of the arch
We're going in there. There's another lake.
looks like this.
Whoa, Peanut!
No.
He told you.
Sure, yes you can touch.
You
Sure,
can't.
look.
I jump in. I guarantee you can barely touch. I cannot touch.
Watch. You're touching. You just touched.
We are super far back into Twilight Canyon. 4 feet deep over here.
That.
Most places are over 100 and we are 4 feet
There's a
deep.
bat.
Did you just say there's a bat? There's a bat. Hello, bat.
Batman speaking.
Beaver! Just teasing.
I saw.
Justin's turning us around. The only way to do it
The mud and the gut.
is to walk through the muck.
Dinosaur bones. Indigenous people.
Hashtag Dorky Dad. Not only did Turin just surf through Twilight Canyon, which I'm so jealous of. That was the most beautiful scenery you could ever surf in your life. He had the best surf session he's ever had in his entire life.
Oh yeah.
It's just showing off for Papa and Grandma.
You just carved over and over and over again and didn't fall once. In fact, I've been teasing him all summer, telling everybody I'm a better surfer than him. At one point we were somewhat on the same level and now he is like 20 times better than I am. He's doing amazing.
All right, Ava and I are going. She's being super brave. She's never started like this before.
Yeah! Woohoo! Ava!
Good job, Eva.
I can't believe you did that. I'm so proud of
And
you.
it's my first time standing on it.
Your first time?
Yes.
Wow.
You
Grandma,
were-
isn't that wonderful?
That is so amazing.
You were so brave, girl. High five. We made it back in from the lake. We stopped off again at the same restaurant we were at last night because we loved it so much, and it's just so fun to eat out on the water. So while we're waiting for our table, Papa and Turin got the fishing gear back out.
Ashton! Right as I come over to check on you. Here, lean it over here. What is this, bud? Look at you! Go take it to Papa real quick. Fish in a barrel, my friend. Good work.
Dad, I finally caught one.
You did? All right, guys, we've come out here, same spot as last night to eat a little bit of dinner. Honestly, it was so good last night, we actually, you know, thought, hey, why not come back? Once again, we're coming off the lake, pretty late, but Papa over here brought his tackle box full of lures and other fishing supplies, and obviously Turin and Ashton have jumped right on board, fishing right off the dock right here, and each have actually caught a fish. You just caught Ashton catching a fish. In fact, I was just walking over to tell them to come back into the restaurant, but then as I'm walking over, Ashton's reeling in a fish. His second fish, actually. All right, guys, so before we head in for dinner, I have to explain something. So unfortunately, our trip here to Lake Powell is gonna be cut a little bit short. So as we were driving back, I could smell just this, it almost smelled like burning plastic. And obviously that isn't good. I didn't know what it was though, but we were so far away that I had really no choice but to just keep going. There was just no way I could stop. I mean, I stopped, looked, couldn't find anything, stopped, looked, couldn't find anything. The reality is the sun was going down. I had to get everyone back before the sun went all the way down. Otherwise we'd be, you know, kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere. But especially if our boat broke down, we're talking a place where there's no service, things like that. We were that far out there. So then we finally pulled up to the marina here to eat dinner, and you know, I popped open the engine compartment and looked in there, and you know, couldn't really see anything until I kind of looked with a spotlight in the back, and the impeller on my boat has apparently gone out, and as a result has caused a large fiberglass tube that essentially runs the water through it to cool the engine as well as the exhaust, has completely split on one end to where it's dripping water into the engine compartment. So my bilge is on to kind of pump that water out. It's not catastrophic. I mean, the boat will still run. However, it's on the verge of doing a lot of damage to the motor, which is totally a bummer, especially because this is Papa and Grandma's first time to Lake Powell. We're gonna have to cut the trip a little bit short. I mean, there is a possibility I could get it repaired, but by the time I actually did get it repaired, the day would be gone. You know, we've had a boat now for I don't know how many years. This is our first real issue with a boat. So I feel like I kind of consider us fortunate that this is our first kind of big issue. You know, it's funny, most people say, you know, the best day of your life is when you buy one, and the second best day of your life is when you sell your boat. We have not experienced that. We absolutely love having a boat. You know, people say that a boat is a pit to which you throw money into. We've not experienced that either. However, that being the case, this will be our first kind of major expense to the boat itself. I mean, the impeller itself is pretty inexpensive, but to get to the impeller is pretty challenging. That fiberglass tubing, you know, that could be expensive. So anyway, luckily I've got a buddy who works on boats for a living, and tells me he can fix it, you know, right out for us. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, that no additional damage was done. But anyway, kind of a bummer. So we're not entirely sure what's gonna happen tomorrow in terms of what we're gonna do. We thought about maybe renting some jet skis, kayaking. We don't know, honestly. So it'll be interesting to see how we can fill our time. But again, kind of bummed because Papa and Grandma, first time here. But we also got to explore some of the most beautiful parts of the lake today. That tomorrow would have been just surfing and things like that, and they've seen that before, so at least I got to show them Lake Powell. But anyway, so there's a little update for you on just our trip here. Cutting short, kind of a bummer. We're super lucky the boat did not break down. Let's go back into the restaurant. Lindsay is in there ordering some food. I'm out here watching the kids fish, and let's just go eat and make the best of it. Safe to say, you guys, dinner was a success once again.
Okay guys, going to bed tonight, feeling super grateful that we had an amazing day today. We got to show my parents so much of Lake Powell. We got to show them an amazing beach. We got to show them an amazing canyon, gorgeous canyon. Twilight Canyon is probably one of my new favorite canyons. So gorgeous. We took them to Dangling Rope to get a treat, and it's just a really cool sight to see this floating marina in the middle of nowhere.
I would say that we just basically, for their first time to Lake Powell, we showed them Lake Powell.
We showed them pretty much everything.
Totally.
They got to see like you guys double surfing and Ava up on the surfboard and turn surfing in the middle of Twilight Canyon. It was such a good day, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling really bummed that our boat broke.
Yeah.
That means we can't go on the lake tomorrow.
No, and it's not that it's broke. It's just that if we push it any harder, it's gonna bust the impeller all the way, and then we're kind of totally in trouble. So it's just best to just go get it repaired, and it's a cheap repair, but.
I know it's part of owning a boat that this kind of stuff happens, but it hasn't happened to us yet. And it didn't happen when we were at home. It happened when we were, you know, we traveled far to boat. So we're kind of bummed, but we're gonna try to make lemonade out of lemons tomorrow and find something fun to do. I had to tell you guys, both of my parents got in the water today, so thank you so much for all of your comments and your peer pressure. They didn't even know that we were doing that, but I was proud of them. They got in the water.
Hey guys, well if you're new to our channel, hey, thank you for joining our life in Holland. Be sure as always to subscribe down below. Turn on those notification bells and we'll see you tomorrow.